I'm a mess.
I can answer this one. She'll be too humble.
We do high five sometimes.
High fives are good.
It's really important. I think one of the things that I worked on this year is actually being more mentally prepared for competition and making sure that I actually think through my days ahead of time, so I'm not stressed out. When I get flustered or stressed out, I'll forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Having it pre-planned, I can return myself back to where I'm supposed to be and then kind of continue on.
Yeah. Honestly, she wants to win. Every day she goes on the water, she wants to win. And if you win every day, then when the race comes, it's easier to win. She would hold it in, but it drives her crazy, so it beats her, right? And that's why she is a good guy, I guess. Well, it depends on the race sometimes, but we all get nervous. Anybody that says they don't is just lying, I think. We've gotten pretty good at talking about that.
I tend to internalize all my feelings, so it doesn't really show on my face. I was always good at bringing me down and reading the signs of when I am nervous and when I'm pretending that I'm not nervous. Yeah.
I've learned over the years that anybody who won't admit they're nervous is probably really, really nervous. And she gets real quiet and internalized and okay, we gotta break her out of this. I think this year was the first time she ever told me she was actually nervous, even though that's very healthy behavior because me too.
Even just before a race even starts, it's the most nerve-wracking experience because they call it 5 minutes to start, and then I just get more and more nervous until I actually start. And for me, it's making sure I'm focusing on breathing and thinking about the words I'm supposed to be thinking about to make sure that I'm doing the race that I want to do. But it's quite funny. If I could translate what goes on in my head before a race, I'm a mess.
Oh, it's madness, really.
Yeah.
Even as the coach, we have to act like we're completely calm and fine, but inside it's driving us crazy because I can't do anything when she's out there.
And you can't control what other people are going to do, you control what I'm going to do, but you don't know what they're going to do.
Yes. So it all comes back to, she's raced that race 1,000 times in her head, right? So she just needs to come back to those words and those cues that bring her into a race performance.
It's making sure you have good distractions, you're not getting too caught up in something that actually doesn't involve you. And then even there's a lot of waiting around, not just at the race course, but in between race days. And again, making sure that you have the right distractions around you to make sure when you're supposed to be focused on racing, you're focused on racing. But when you're not, you're not.
Michelle did a good job on that this year. I think that's one of the reasons she had such a great season.
Yeah, I think since this sport is such a family thing for me, most of my family has done this sport. They always want the best for me, but they also just enjoy the sport a lot.
Family can be, it's that hard part of it because they really support us. For us to do what we do, we need help from our family, but they can also add extra pressure if they're at a competition. So you have to really plan that part out too. Everybody wants to go to the Olympics and watch, but having mom or dad there might be a little extra stressful. So we have to
I make sure I don't see my parents when I'm racing. I can't talk to you right now.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty nervous parents over the years where I'm okay, you need to stay away.